We did do player place terrain. We are playing the first of the two missions that was previewed for the new mission set with new secondaries. So we'll go over that after deployment. But we are playing this one here, which is the old priority targets. We're just about to move objectives. Let's dive in. And here we have 2,000 points of Craftworld Eldar. That's right, before the new book shows up. Last sort of hurrah of the year, I would assume. So I hope everybody's having a good time. I'm running one patrol detachment, master artists or master artisans, and expert crafters and masterful shots. There you go. And then I'm running a Farseer, Warlock Conclave, 2 units of 5 Dire Avengers, 10 Dark Reapers with a Tempest Launcher, a Wave Serpent, 2 Hornets with Pulse Lasers. Then a secondary patrol of Hunters of Ancient Relics and reroll 1s when you charge with a Spirit Seer, 2 units of 5 Wraith Blades with blades, 2 triple cannon Wave Serpents, 2 Wraith Lords with Flamers, and a unit of 5 Rangers. There you have it. 2,000 points on the nose. And here we have Alex's 2,000 points of Necrons. That's right. This is the new dynasty. John Necron is going to be usurped from the channel. Alex, what have you brought today?
So we've got a Supreme Command detachment with the Silent King.
Oh, look at that. I love the colors. It's so cool.
And then we have a Novak Vanguard with Anrakir the Traveler, a Technomancer with the Veil, the Cloak.
Yep.
We've got 2 units of Warriors.
20 strong?
117, 118.
Okay, with Reapers?
All with Reapers.
Yep.
2 units of 8 Lichguard with Swords and Shields.
Yep.
5 Ophidians, 2 Cryptothralls.
Ophidians? Oh, look at those. They look really cool. Nice.
And 6 Scorpex. And
okay, and a big unit of Scorpex. There you go. That's 2,000 points. Let's dive into the game. And here we are after deployment. So I was able to put my Dark Reapers, Wraith Blades, Farseer, Spirit Seer, Wraith Lord, 2 Hornets, the Seer Council, and Wraith Lord there. I spent 1 command point of my 10 command points to put the 2 units of Dire Avengers in Outflank in Strategic Reserve, and the 1 unit of Rangers is in Deep Strike Reserve. And then over here we have 17, 8, the 6, the 5 Ophidians, the 2 Crypto Thralls, and then all the characters back here behind this obscuring piece of terrain, and the 18 strong unit of Warriors. He decided not to put anything in reserve. As for secondaries, I decided to go for Mental Interrogation, even though he has some denies. It's like one of the only things I can get reliably in this mission. I'm going to go for no prisoners, because it is Necrons, and I'm going to try and kill a whole bunch of them, hopefully. And I went for engage on all fronts, while as Alex went for Stranglehold. That's why he pushed the objectives close together here, like this. And he's also going for Code of Combat, so that the 2 nobles can get lots of work there as well. Investigate signal. So he's going to start the investigate signals in the middle of the board and essentially going to plant himself there and try and get as many points as possible as well. He has 11 points to start the game. Now this was player place terrain, so we went back and forth player placing them. As you can see, that's why it's a little ad hoc, but we each had a block of terrain to put down. So with that, let's dive into the roll to see who has to go first. And it seems like the Craftworld will be going first. Good luck, Alex. End of the movement phase. That stayed still. This Wraith Lord moved up to get me engage on that side. This Hornet stayed put. This Hornet moved up to block up. So I'm blocking up this back from a gate. I mean, by gate, I mean Veil. The Dark Reapers got out. They're going to shoot. My target this turn is going to be the Scorpex, because they're out in the open. I ignore the -1 to hit from the dense terrain because I'm Dark Reapers, and hopefully with the Doom and potentially Jink, I can kill them all with their 3 damage attacks as well. Okay, so then I put the other one over here, and I can't really go into the middle. Alex made this my priority target. I made that his priority target because he wants to go to this one. So I want to keep him back over there. So with that, I was able to get my Spirit Seer within 24 of the Traveler, to make sure that I can try to get my mental interrogation. Okay, so with that, let's dive into the psychic phase, and I'll be spending 1 command point for Seer Council, so I go down to 9 command points. Here we are after my first turn. As you can see, the Dark Reapers shot and then fire and faded back into their transport like the sneaky elves that they are. I was able to kill 5 out of the 6 Skorpeks. He did -1 to wound them with his Whirlwind Blades, and even with Doom, I was only able to kill the 5. So that was some good saves there. One of them did reanimate, so then he'll bring another one back with the Technomancer, and there'll be half a squad again. The Tempest Launcher, I should have shot the Tempest Launcher there, but instead went into the Warriors, killing 5 of them, and then 3 of them reanimated, which does mean that I get 20 points for no or 20 wounds through for no prisoners. I got my priority target for 3, and I got engage for 2, because he moved the line to engage. And with that, and I did mental interrogate with the Spirit Seer, who's 24 inches away from him. Okay, and I was able to get 3 points for that. Yay, that is exciting. So with that, let's dive into Necron turn number 1. Here we are after the deployment phase. The Ophidians decided to stay back with the Cryptos. This unit of warriors just stayed still, as well as the Lord. He does not want to get out of his obscuring wall, because the Dark Reapers could very easily take him down with a good Doom, good guide. He did decide to veil up this unit of warriors here. He has a Warlord trait to reroll charge rolls, and they get +1 to charge because they are Novok, which does mean that they're going to have 8-inch charges rerollable if they want to get into here, potentially pull down my objective and force me to kill them, because that's my priority objective, which is going to be annoying. These Skorpeks just moved up to do investigate sites, and they're just going to hold here for a turn. In the meantime, we're moving on to the shooting phase. Not much to shoot. Let's see what happens. And this unit of warriors has made the charge with the reroll, rolling just an 8. He decided not to mob the Farseer. He's going on both of the objectives to put OPSEC on them, because I don't have any OPSEC on the table right now. He's deciding to really make it hard for me to get my priority objective right now and force me to deal with those warriors while keeping the Technomancer safe with within 3. Safe. See what I did there? Safe. Okay, so with that, he's going to do some attacks as well. Okay, end of the turn, the Farseer took a wound. Wraith Lord actually killed 5 of the warriors, and then 1 came back, so he killed 4. And then the Farseer killed 1, but he came back. But I am keeping track of my tally for no prisoners, which is exciting. So the more I kill and the more they regenerate, the better. So Alex does get his priority target. He does get Stranglehold, because he does hold the 3. And he also got his investigate sites, because it happens at the end of the turn as long as there's no enemy models within 6, which I physically can't stop from happening. So I do go back up a command point to 8, and with that, let's dive into Craftworld turn number 2. Let's see how the board looks, and we'll be right back. End of the movement phase here. I had to keep him still in combat so that he could do psychic powers. The Wraith Lord has stayed there. The Wraith Blades that were in this Wave Serpent have moved out. Then we got the Dark Creepers, and the Wave Serpent kind of moved out this way. I'm going to shoot into the Skorpeks again. Going to try to get rid of them. This Wave Serpent is now empty and moved this way. I'm essentially going to move up and hopefully just move blocks and stuff here if I charge or something. And I did deep strike the Rangers onto this objective to force the Necrons to come this way. And I kept my Wraith behind this wall. So my Wraith Lord, so he doesn't get shot by big monolith cannons. I did decide to keep both my Dire Avenger units in deep strike, and I'm continuing to zone the Ophidians out with this line here. They're not, they can be useful later in the game, so we'll see how that goes after. So now the psychic phase and then some shooting. Let's see what goes on. End of the shooting phase. So I was able to kill quite a lot of the warriors, but a lot of them have reanimated. I've done 22 no prisoner wounds so far this turn. Killed 1 Lich Guard over here. The Dark Reapers with guide, and I failed Doom because the king was able to deny me a power. I only killed 1 of the 3 Skorpeks. Oh no. He rolled 3 out of 4 5-ups to save the unit from certain destruction, which was awesome. That's amazing. You love to see it. However, he had to pull his unit out of combat here, which means I'm going to have to do some charges. Let's see how this goes as we dive into the fight phase. And here we are after turn number 2. I was able to get the Wraith Blades in. There were 5 warriors left. They did 5 wounds because I rolled very bad to wound, but that's okay. Then they just piled in this way to protect the Farseer from certain death. So they're going to sacrifice themselves dearly for the old man. Other than that, I did get quite a few points. I got 10, 25, 27 wounds this turn to add to my 26 I did last battle round. For no prisoners, I got my interrogate, because I was able to interrogate the Cryptech over there, the Technomancer, and I did get 2 points for engage again, and I am getting my preferred priority target, which is that one for the primary bonus, basically. So with that, diving into Necron turn number 2. Still has all of his close combat potential here, but let's see if I can stem the tide as we move into the next turn. The Necrons have advanced forward. The Ophidians advanced up. The Warriors and Crypto Thralls staying on that objective, zoning out the backfield here. The King has moved up, wants to kill these little Rangers to try and help with that Stranglehold, because that's how that goes. They've moved, the Lich Guard have also moved up with the Scorpex that got brought back to life, of course, as well as the Traveler getting stuck in. They are investigating sites, and he has to just basically try and kill some of those Wraith. He's not wholly within 6, so you can't actually, it doesn't matter. And with that, let's dive into the shooting phase. The King's going to try to shoot them off. If not, then the Lich Guard are going to try and come in and charge them, potentially. Okay, here we have it. The King fired all of his guns, even the Monoliths, because he was like, I need to make sure these Rangers die. Kill the Rangers. So that's 3 points for Code of Combat, as well as Stranglehold, because now he... no, he still needs to get onto this objective over here. Yeah. Okay, so and they decided to move up this way. Charge phase. The 3 Scorpex have charged into the Wraithblades after the Traveler put his Tachyon arrow and killed one of my Wraithblades. Ouchies. And then, of course, over here we had the Wave Serpent get charged by this Lich Guard unit, and he was able to basically put one of the models on here to get a Stranglehold. So that was a good charge, cheeky charge from back here to get some extra movement to get onto that objective, instead of relying on a long charge to target those Rangers. Seems like the ancient Necron tier have lots of tricks in their sleeves, fighting their ancient enemies, the Eldari. And here we are after the turn. The Scorpex jumped in, +1 attack, +1 strength as well, and just killed. Oh, it wasn't even funny. They just destroyed the Wraithblades. And then because the Wraith, the Wave Serpent was closer, they were able to pile in or consolidate 3 inches away, getting out of this area terrain piece, so that the Dark Reapers can no longer see them unless they go around this side or that side. So trying to keep themselves alive. The Lich Guard put 2 wounds on the Wave Serpent. The Wave Serpent did nothing in combat. But with that, 3 points for Stranglehold, 3 points for Investigate Sites, 3 points for Code of Combat. But that does mean we're jumping in to the Craftworld turn number 3. And once again, this time I get 8 points. Good job. 2 objectives. Fantastic. End of the movement phase. I've done quite a few movement phase things. Decided to keep that Wraith Lord where he is, because he can kind of see what he needs to see. The Wraithblades are going to sell themselves dearly to stem the assault once again. The Farseer and the Spirit Seer and the Warlock Conclave have gotten out. The Dark Reapers can see a whole bunch of stuff. I'm thinking of trying to kill the Ophidians this turn. However, he moved all the way back to essentially try and mental interrogate again. I'm really liking the mental interrogate without line of sight. It's actually really cool. Especially when my opponent has 1 deny, and I can try and stay far away from it as much as possible. And here we are. That one is the one that dislodged the Wraithblades, and this one fell back from combat. But I'm probably going to use the CP for the little Serpent Shield again to do some mortal wounds as we move on. And this Wraith Lord just kind of moved up. Okay, so the plan, to try and kill the Scorpex, to try and kill the Ophidians, to drop down the mobility, and to... well, maybe do some damage to some Lich Guard. And I don't know which unit to go against yet, so we'll see. We'll see. They might have to go into the to the Scorpex at the end anyway, so we'll see how that goes. And here we are after the shooting phase. I was able to kill the Scorpex with a large smite and a couple of mortal wounds plus some shooting from the Hornets. I was able to kill the 3 Scorpex. I was able to jink these... this unit of Lich Guard, and I have put kill 2 and put 1 wound on another, which is exciting. So the Wraith Blades are going to come in and hopefully do some damage on them. So we'll see how that works. The Dark Reapers once again got out, shot all the Ophidians to death, and then jumped back in the Wave Serpent. To Alec's chagrin, he's like, silly Dark Reapers. But now they're over there, which gives me some good pressure on the home objective, priority objective, and starts giving me some extra lines down this side here. I did, because they're not OBSEC, because they're Novok, I was able to contest with that one Wraith Lord, and I'm not going to charge them, so I'm just going to charge into there, basically. Okay, so with that, let's see what happens in the combat phase. Amazing. So the Wraith Blades jumped in. They did 18 damage. After saves with 5-ups with Jink, I killed basically 5 of them. So, and one has 1 wound left. So he's going to be able to reanimate them. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay, so 5 of them trying to reanimate here. That means he'll get 2 or 3 back at least. Let's see what happens. You'll get 2 back with the reanimation. Oh, so close. So I killed 5, but 2 get back. There'll be 3 left. And then they get to fight me back. Necrons. That's what happens when 3 Lichguard attack. Killing 4 Wraith Blades and leaving 1 with 1 wound because I don't have an imball. But yeah, that's what happened. So reroll wounds because of the king, because they are core. And then Novok +1 attack, Andrakir +1 attack, and +1 attack because there's a noble nearby. So each of them had 6 attacks. They had an I will be done. 18 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, rerolling. That's right. Ouchies. I think I owe you a morale test because I'm not fearless. And they are, well, let me check. But they are, that one might just actually run now. They are Leadership 9, so they hold. Barely. But they did hold. But I do lose that objective. That only matters because I wasn't able to drop him down to 4 for primary. I do get my priority target. And I will get my 3 points for mental interrogation. And I will also get my 2 points for engage again as we move into turn number 3. And killing all the Ophidians was really good. I have lots. I got 38 wounds for no prisoners this turn. And that isn't even his turn yet either. So let's see how this goes. I do have only 1 command point left though. Okay, on to turn number 3 for the Necrons. And here we have the plan of the Necrons coming into fruition. So he did fall back the Lich Guard. He's going to charge the 1 wounded Wraith with the Noble, the Wraith Blade, to kill it. The King has moved up to essentially shoot the heck out of these Dire Avengers and then charge into that Wraith Lord and contest that objective or kill the Wraith Lord and don't have to worry about that. This Lich Guard unit moved up to the next turn move on to get Investigate Signals because he only has a few units that can investigate signals. And the new Investigate Signals, you need a unit of 3 or more models that's infantry to start it and then kill everything within 6. They were in combat, so they can't start an action. And he's a 1 model unit, so he can't. Over here, he's decided not to commit his warriors, forcing my Dark Reapers to either come and deal with them or he's just going to keep on getting his points. While the Cryptek has decided to sacrifice itself valiantly to stop me from scoring 8 points, because that'll contest that, because I have 1 Wraith Lord on there. I'll hold this, and then once the King comes in, that'll be contested as well, which will drop me down to 4 points again. Oh my goodness. The Necron's tackling my priority, which is how this works. We'll come back after the shooting phase. And here we are, after the shooting phase. The King had to shoot all of his guns, barely killed the Dire Avengers with the Monoliths, finally killing the Exarch with the 4-up invulnerable save, doing 6 damage. He was able to charge in, and is contesting that objective now. The Lich Guard did fall back, but the Traveler is going to basically get another Code of Conduct over here, Code of Combat, to try and kill this Wraith Blade over here. That Wraith, thing took 2 wounds, or 1 wound or something, from the Cryptek. Okay, something like that. It's still alive. Okay, with that combat phase. Well, 2 more codes of combat as the Traveler has killed that Wraith Blade and this King destroyed that Wraith Lord. Just killed him, but the Necrons have successfully pulled me down to 4 primary points. They get their bonus point. They get 9 points for Code of Combat this turn. as we move into battle round number 4. It is almost the end of the game, and it is definitely quite a battle of the minds, as the old ones would have wanted. And here we are after the movement phase. I had to spend one of my 2 command points to re-roll an advance roll for that Hornet so it could get past the engage in all fronts line. That Wave Serpent's getting me engaged on that side after dislodging all the Dark Reapers. And then over here, all my Psychers have kind of moved up to try and kill that Cryptek, while the Wraith Lord has moved up to engage. So my plan, to try and kill that Lich Guard unit, to try and kill the Traveler and the Cryptek. And let's see what happens after we come back. End of the turn. So I was able to kill the Cryptek. He decided not to use a CP to get him back up because he only had 2 remaining. Sporadic shooting killed quite a lot of warriors. I've killed 10 warriors so far out of that unit. So they're going to have to take a morale test. But I failed the charge with the Dark Reapers that wanted to go punch them. I was able to kill the Lich Guard, and then the Wraith Lord charged around, was able to punch the Traveler. Other than that, you are going to spend the 1 command point. See if he comes back on a 4+. Oh, that was... the dice was wibbly wobbling. Excellent. So the Wraith Lord is just sitting there being like, now you have to kill me to get onto that objective. So with that, I will take my 3 points for engage this time. I will also get my 3 points for priority target at the end of turn 4. And I will also get another 21 wounds for no prisoners, which is... it's a lot of wounds for no prisoners. Amazing. Here we are at the end of the movement phase. He had to do his investigate signals. He's actually run out of units that can do them, which is very interesting. With the new secondary, it's a good secondary that'll probably overtake Rod as what you want to take, or retrieve Nocturnus data, whatever it's called now. However, so now he has to try and kill this Wraith Lord because he can't be wholly within 6, and he can't really charge or do anything with them in order to get it. So the king needs to just basically shoot and try to take down this Wraith Lord. However, he did lose another 1 to morale and then 3 more to attrition. So that unit of what was 18 is now down to 4. I had doomed that unit, which meant that the Tempest launcher just went into them and killed like 9 right off the bat. It was brutal. Okay, so with that, he is going to be getting his priority target there. He will be getting his Stranglehold no matter what happens. He's trying to get his last 3 for Code of Combat, as well as his Investigate Signals. So let's see. And priority is, of course, part of the primary. But he did get 8 for primary because of these 2 here. And then he should be able to get 15 points end game, or at least 8. But we'll see, because this is going to be a lot tighter than I thought. The points are very, very close right now. And here we have it. The 2 monoliths just wounded and killed that Wraith Lord. That's 12 damage on the poor Wraith Lord, and he's dead. So that will give him Investigate Signals, Stranglehold for 3, and he does get his bonus points on the primary, and he also gets his last Code of Combat there as well. Do you want to charge into the Hornet?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he can get in and basically fight and have like 2 models still on that objective. So then I can't deny him that. He's just going to go punch something else and get me points, basically, and give him some more movement, which is good. And here we go. So end of the turn, he was able to just murder that. It wasn't very hard at all. Kept 2 models on this objective to stop me from contesting with the Wave Serpent. And now we move into turn 5. I will get 8 points, which is good for me. And I will potentially be able to stop him from scoring the bonus points at the end of the game, and potentially stop him from scoring a 12 at the end of the game. So that's going to be very, very interesting as we get close to the end of the game here. And here we are after the movement phase. Wave Serpent, Dark Reapers have moved up. I need to try and clear this to make sure he can't score his bonus points, and potentially stop him from scoring Scramble Hold. You can tell it's been a long day. These 2 here are going to be within 6 inches of the Farseer to get +1 to cast with a Seer Council. And then over here, he has to be within 24 inches. The last character on the table who has a deny from mental interrogation to try and get those last 3 points. And the last-ditch effort to do some damage is going to be The Wave Serpent charging in, hopefully surviving to deny, investigate signals on the Lich Guard if they're tied in combat. So there's a lot riding on this turn. It's so close. Let's see. I did move him in there to get my 3 for engage on all fronts. End of the shooting phase. I was able to kill all but 1 Lich Guard because Doom went off, and that was huge. And then I split fire with the Dark Reapers, and they killed the Warriors. 1 Crypto, and Crypto is still alive, but that means I do contest that objective. However, he might be able to still take it by killing the Wave Serpent. And then over here, I'm going to try and charge in. I'm going to try and charge in over there and see what I can do. End of my turn. 1 Lich Guard stays alive, past his morale. The Crypto stayed alive, barely, but stayed alive. With that, I did get 20 more points for no prisoners this turn, because Lich Guard are a lot of points. And I also got my 3 points for engage, my 3 bonus points. And with that, it is the last turn for the Necrons. Let's see what they can do. They have the King left. They have 1 Lich Guard left. They have 1 Crypto Thrall left. Let's see what happens. Big brain play by Alex over here. So we had the Lich Guard fall back. He cannot do Investigate Sight. Sadly, that is going to be a wash. But he puts the King on that objective to hold this objective with 2 models. Strings back the 2 monoliths to hold this objective here. Both monoliths can also see this Wave Serpent, and then the Crypto Thrall has moved back. AKA, if these 2 hit, wound, and kill that Wave Serpent, he will get his full 12 plus bonus 3 points at the end of the game. That could turn the tide here. Let's see what happens. We're going to show it off on camera. Ooh, both hit. Very nice, very nice. He does have 1 command point as well, but he's going to roll the wound. That's 6 damage. That's it, and that's it. That's going to die. Does it explode and kill your Crypto Thrall? On a 6? Yes! Yes, it does! Well, it's D3. It's D3. Will the Crypto... I can't believe it. Will the Crypto Thrall die? It does! Oh my god. It was not meant to be. He killed more in death than he did in life. Good job, Wave Serpent. Saving the end of the game. That was an epic way to finish. I couldn't have scripted that. That's fantastic. And it's in. It is. So, after everything was counted, 88 points for the Necron, 88 points for the Eldar, 86 points for the Necrons. A 2-point game just because a Wave Serpent exploded. What a crazy game. I hope you have a fantastic holiday, everybody. Merry Christmas, everything. Thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to Alex. Thank you so much for coming on the show, buddy. Your Necrons look fantastic. Make sure you stay tuned for more of Alex on the channel as well. Huge shout out to all the channel Patreons, without whom this would not be possible. If you'd like to support the channel, links are down below. Other than that, I've been Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. Skari out. And don't forget to hang out here at the Hooded Goblin in Georgetown, Ontario, Canada. The links will be down below. They have some of the coolest tables, terrain. We were even watching movies all day. It's fantastic. It was great. Absolutely. Other than that, cheerio, everybody. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.